This is a Stand Up Labs production, powered by digital media.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Ah, damn. This is it, folks. You know who, you know where, you know you're gay. Just let it out. Mark Norman here. That's Joseph A. Banks. A lot of suits. Very cheap. They are really getting rid of suits over there. You know what it is. Tuesdays with Anal. Good to have you. Good to be here. Good to touch dicks. A lot of stuff to get into. So much. We've been all over the goddamn pasture. I've been up, down, and anal. I went to L.A. I'm pitching a TV show. I'll give you the premise if you want it.
Hit me.
Because I don't think people are buying. We pitched like 6 networks, and they've all passed.
All right.
Which is pretty painful, but hey, what can you do? That's the business we're in. If I was a hot act, you know, maybe a minority or a POC, I think I'd have a shot. But
you're a hot act.
I'm a white male.
I know, but you got more heat than anybody.
What? That's some heat. Gerard Carmichael's got more heat than me.
Well, you got more. You're doing well.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing well.
You're about to do your 4th late night in what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
All right.
You got an hour special coming out this week.
Can't complain.
That's pretty good.
Very lucky, very grateful.
At midnight yesterday.
Yes.
I can't get on there.
Yesterday. Yeah, that's
doing
crazy.
pretty good.
Yeah, what is that?
Hit podcast. Fans all over.
APA should be cooking on that one.
You're doing okay, my friend.
APA should be cooking like a Qdoba toilet bowl.
Callback.
Yes. I don't know. Do a week callback, a week long, does that work?
I think they remember.
All right.
Yeah, they're listening.
Cool. Well, I'm in L.A. I'm staying at my manager's friend's house. I was like, fuck it.
Ew.
I get the Airbnb every time. I get screwed every time. The hotels are too much money. I'm out there on my own dime. So I was like, fuck you. I'm flying myself out. You put me up. So he threw me a bone and got me a place. I'm staying in a bedroom with 0 lights.
No lights.
No light. There's not a light on the wall.
That sounds very L.A. We don't do lights, man.
Right. Well, it was just a shitty room and he gave me a Coleman lantern.
Lantern?
You know, like an old camping lantern.
What? Are
Yeah.
those dangerous? Don't they catch fire?
No, it's like a fluorescent,
Oh, I see.
but it's still for camping.
Ah.
So that's a bummer. And then there's like half a pillow and no cover on the pillow. It's just a downer.
Now, you don't think to get a hotel?
I can
This
swing
is so
it.
strange to me.
I can hack it.
All right.
But here's the thing.
All right.
I get there, and it's the little things that get you. Like, I showered. There's no shampoo. There's no soap, no conditioner, any of that shit. But luckily, over my years of traveling the road, I have just random bottles of shit in my bag.
Ah.
So that was nice. So I was like, thank God I had this shit in my bag. And I pop open the shower. I take a shower. I use my nice products I've gotten from hotels. And I go, I'm doing pretty good. Look at me. No towel.
Ah, no towel? What
No-
kind of guy is this?
Well, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So the other guy's living large in the other bedroom. He's got his own setup.
but he
So-
sounds a tad inconsiderate.
well, I think he's helped me stay somewhere. So he's already like, hey, I've given you a room, weirdo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I go to Equinox, I get served better.
I know. Equinox is killing it. Boy, you're dropping that coin every month?
I don't know why I said Equinox. Just
Oh.
the gym in general, though.
Okay. The Equinox is a pretty penny.
I pooped in there, and it's a hell of a place.
Yeah, that's a good shitter.
That's my goal, is to belong to Equinox.
That's a good goal. I think you can make it. All right, so I get out of it, and no towel. So you're just like, God damn, I haven't showered in 3 days. I have no towel. So
Jeez.
I used the old shirt as a towel.
I've done that.
It's a bummer.
It's not good.
No, and your hair doesn't get the good dry. You want that fluffy towel fabric.
It's a bad dry.
Bad dry. So, then I'm like, am I wiping BO onto myself? I don't know. It's a whole thing. So, whatever. Now I'm hitting the town. Now my publicist, who I hired, is like too good. So she's like, all right, I got you a podcast. You're doing Bert Kreischer's podcast from fucking, like 2 to 3. Then from 3:30 to 4:30, you're doing the Sklar Brothers podcast. Then from 5, so you're like, okay, so I have exactly 30 minutes to get around town. And she's like, I MapQuested it. It's enough time. But you don't realize you get out of a pod and you bullshit for 12 minutes.
Exactly.
Then you got to get your car you park. That takes 5 minutes.
Right.
So now it's 4 when you had to be there at 4.
Right. The MapQuest has you in the car already.
Yes, exactly.
It's car to car.
Yes.
I can't just morph into the car.
And when you mapped it up, there might be different traffic than the time I'm on the road.
Exactly. You're mapping at 11 a.m. I'm driving at 4 p.m.
Yeah. So it's early in the morning. I get out. I got 18 pods. I got to pitch a show. I got shows that night. I am swamped in LA. People are you know that feeling when you're so busy and driving you can't check your texts, and then you get somewhere and you got 38 texts. Now you have anxiety about answering those, but you still got to go to a pod. You have no alone time.
It's like podcasting. We do 2 podcasts. I'm getting texts over here. I'm trying to set up my night. It's a lot of stress.
It's a lot, people.
It's a tough business.
Yeah, and my publicist is back in New York. She's going, what? I hear you're late. What's going on? I'm like, I'm hauling ass down the road. There's a wreck. I'm gay. I'm shitting. I got the Hershey squirts. It's the whole thing. I used no towel.
What our therapist would say is just stop committing to these things. You put yourself into this position.
I know.
You got to say, I don't want to do that.
But I'm glad they're done. But I nailed everything by the end of the day. But it's a stressful day every fucking day. So first thing I do when I land in L.A., I get to Craig Ferguson's podcast.
Wow.
Pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, I go out to his bungalow in Beverly Hills. He does it right out of his house. Beautiful home. And I was like 10 minutes late, and I felt bad. And they had a guy waiting outside, like, get in here, come on, park right there, come on. He like ran me in, this like hot hipster guy. And I go in. Beautiful home. I go up the stairs. There's Craig with his little lackey guy who was really funny and nice. And we just yucked it up. It was like a Tuesdays, but with Craig.
Wow, don't tell the people that. We'll lose all our listeners.
Oh, he sucks. That fucking limey.
Tuesdays with Craig Ferguson. That sounds better than this.
He's Wednesday.
Fuck him. He stinks.
Yeah, he's that foreigner, weirdo, immigrant.
Yeah.
But
sober.
What?
Sober.
Ex-heroin addict.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
The Scots, they don't fuck around.
I should have done some heroin. That would have been fun.
No, it seems like you would have.
I blew it.
Well, so I do Craig Ferguson. That was a lot of fun. And, you rush there. You don't have time to be like, oh, shit, this is Craig Ferguson. I didn't have time to be worried about it because you just slip right in.
Right.
And I noticed I had a couple puns, and he was kind of like, whoa, this guy's sharp. Because I'm like, you don't realize what we're doing. Me and the Listicuffs, we're fucking shucking and jiving all day. We know what we're doing.
We jive.
Yes.
Jive-ass turkey.
Mm-hmm. Talking that jive. So I get out of Ferguson. We take a nice photo. I haul ass out of there. And I do a pitch with FX.
Ooh,
and I go
baby.
right to Hollywood to pitch this show with FX. You do the whole thing where you valet the car, you give the guy the keys, you run upstairs to the elevator, and there's my team. I got Rob Sheridan, he's the showrunner, writer, and then this lady Sarah, she works with New Line. She's me and her came up with the idea, and we just go in there. And it was WME, that's who it was, William Morris.
Uh-huh.
And we go in there, and there was a practice pitch. And, you go in there with a big table, and we just went for it, and the pitch bombed. We bombed horribly because we hadn't prepared. We did it over the phone a few times, but it's not the same. When you're in that room, it's different.
Yeah, it gets tricky.
So the pitch bombs, and then David Stone, the head of William Morris, he's been through a million pitches. He goes, this is what you need to do. This sucked. Keep that. That was great. He needs to know when to chime in. He needs a bit. You got to make it funnier. Blah, blah, blah. Make it personal. And he was right. We revamped. We went to a coffee shop. We worked it out. Came up with a killer pitch. So we needed that practice pitch. So then I leave there, and I'm so tired. I had the flight. I went out all night in Denver, then got a fucking 6 a.m. in Denver to L.A. So I'm so tired. I'm driving around L.A., the hot sun, the car, gay. And I go, fuck it. I'm so tired, but I got 2 shows tonight, but I'm going to the gym. You ever have that where you just make yourself go?
All the time, every time. I never want to go to the gym.
Never want to go, and I barely could keep my eyes open. I go to the 24-hour fitness in West Hollywood. It's all these hot gays.
Ooh.
And if you look at my Instagram, you can see a photo I took of a Jewish guy lifting weights with a yarmulke on. And I said, he almost tore a muscle.
Torah.
Thank you. So that was fun, and I'm working out, and it's not easy. Every guy in there is hot, and I'm tired. But I just walked right in. I didn't even pay.
What?
I just walked in. The elevator door opened.
I wonder why there's Jews there. It's free.
Aha! Yes. So I walked in. I just act like I own the place. I paid, and I remember I went up to the steam room area, and there was like an old guy steaming. I go, where are the towels? And he goes, they'll just give you a towel. And I go, I thought they'd give you a towel. And he goes, no.
The house you're staying at. You can't buy a towel.
I can't get
You
a
got
towel.
to rob a Muslim to get a towel.
But I was going to try to get a towel for him. There was no towel heads.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I was going to throw in the towel. So I get out of there. I worked out, and now I haven't showered. I've worked out with no shower. So I look at my phone, and I go, well, my first show is at 8, and it's 6:30 now, and it's rush hour in L.A. So if I go all the way back to this guy's house.
Rush hour.
Ah, yes. So I go all the way back to this guy. Can I go back to his house, shower, and then make it to the show? I think not.
Even there's no towel or soap.
No
What's the
towel.
point?
Well, I had the soap in my bag.
Ah, all right. You might as well just get wet.
I could rinse. But then I worry, you go all the way there, you shower, you rush, so I go, fuck it. I'm just going to suck it up, put on a new shirt, put on 8 pounds of deodorant, go to Chipotle and eat, then go to the show.
And they got free water. You splash it on.
Yeah. But you know that feeling? Everybody's like, what's your pre-show ritual? For me, I like a shower. That's the only thing I care about.
You got to shower.
I hate going on stage stinky and greasy, got that film.
You feel itchy.
Itchy and scratchy. So, yeah, do that. And I go to hot tub.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, I should also say I had poopy pants.
What does that mean?
I needed a wipe.
Swamp ass.
Swamp ass. There was some shit in there. It was getting the hardened where it was like bark.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was another reason I needed a shower. But so now I got no shower and I got poopy pants.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm a party pooper.
Yeah, you're like Linus.
Yes. So here's the thing. Now I spent too long at Chipotle because you need a little decompression time when you're running around like that. So
Yes.
I kind of took my time at Chipotle. And I'm like, well, the GPS says I'm 4 minutes away from the venue, so I'll be fine. So it's like 7:55, and I get a text from the booker going, hey, where are you? You're up first. And I'm like, oh, come on, up first? Can't you give me a little leeway? God damn it. So she's like, hey, where are you? Because she's one of those producers who likes the people there,
Yes.
And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I jump in the car, and I get there, and there's no parking spaces because it's L.A. And she goes, just valet. I got you, valet. So I thought she meant like, I got you. But she didn't. She meant valet. So you valet, and that's $12. So that sucks. You're only getting paid $20. Not that I'm grateful to do the show. I'm just saying. You're eating money.
But now you're making $8.
I'm making 8 instead of 20.
You can't even get a burrito for $8.
That's true. The burrito is free because the thanks for everybody in Denver with the cards.
Nice.
Yeah. Tuesdays, we love you. And so I do the show, and I bombed hard.
Why'd you bomb? You bomb every show. Every time I talk to you.
I don't think
According
so.
to you, every show's a bomb.
Denver, every show is a kill.
All right.
But LA, this is the first LA show. I had the poopy pants. I got the sweat going. I got the bad BO. I got the shit face. I got the gay body. I hated it. I bombed. And I did the whole thing where I yelled at them like, you guys don't know. Fuck LA. And Bronholler's like, what are you doing? Come on.
Jeez.
It was bad. It was real bad.
I thought that was a hot show.
It is, but I went first. I ran my Fallon set.
I see.
Which isn't, they do a lot of goofing and gagging on the front.
Right.
And I go up there with a regimented on a leash set.
I see.
And then I try to go into some edgier material. And they don't like the edge out there.
No edge.
I did an Asian joke, and they just checked out.
Well, it's very PC, I think.
Very PC. This is a hipster room, but it's a great show. You should get on that if you can.
L.A. and D.C. are both PC.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a POS. So I get off stage, and I get an email right when I get off stage. You got that. I got the poopy pants, the film, the hangover, and a bomb. I got a lot of things going for me. They're all bad.
I'm going to sneeze.
Please.
Once I say it, I won't sneeze.
Right.
But it might come back. I just wanted to warn you.
Good way to learn how to not sneeze.
I think so. Or you look at the sun.
Oh, right.
That can be bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe an eclipse.
That's something.
Okay. So I get off, and I get an email, and it goes, hey, Comedy Central isn't happy with your key art.
Key art?
Key art.
What's that mean?
That means like your album cover, your iTunes icon. All that's the key art.
Like key as in like, this is like Paramount?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, because you're going to get your billboard art, you got your album art, you got your whatever art, you got your Art Vandelay. It's different art. You got your contemporary art, modern art. Key art is the big one. So like, we're not happy with your key art. Can you reshoot?
Oh.
And I go, what? Reshoot? And they go, yeah, reshoot. So I was like, I'm in L.A. They go, there's photographers in L.A. So they hooked me up with a photographer in L.A.
Ooh, Annie Leibovitz?
I wish.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Witzowitz.
So I set up a meeting with this guy for the next day. Then I go sleep back at the place. No spots. So I'm driving around in L.A. The parking's such a cunt. So I'm driving around looking for a spot next to his place, and I find a spot, and it says street cleaning on Tuesday morning, which the next day is Tuesday. I'm like, motherfucker. It's like 7 a.m. to 11. So I'm like,
4 hours street clean?
Yeah.
Oh, these motherless fucks in L.A.
Screw you in L.A.
What are they, cleaning it with a toothbrush?
Aha. So I eventually park like 8 miles away. I go to the house, pass out, shitty bed, shitty room, lantern, no towel. And next day I wake up at 8 a.m. and go do the Sklar Brothers pod, which was super fun, way out in Burbank.
Love Burbank.
It's really suburban out there.
I enjoy Burbank. I like Burbank.
You do?
I really do.
I find it a little too quiet and Burbanky.
It reminds me of like Astoria. But you can park, you can walk around.
You got a point
it's
there.
less traffic.
Yeah.
The weather's the same.
That's true.
Quite pleasant. You get the studios over there.
Yeah.
Nice airport.
Yeah, you're right. Well, at least this day I've showered. I get out there at Sklar, but they're so quick. Those guys are so funny. Great pod. Dumb People Town is what it's called. And I leave there. I go do another pitch. We pitched an FX. Not great. Bombed it. Left the FX pitch. Then we go straight to TV Land. That pitch we killed.
TV Land.
I know. Hey, Gaffigan had a show. We're trying everything here.
That's right.
Yeah. So we pitch at TV Land. The pitch is really coming together too, and we're synced up and locked in, and we're all good. Then that night or that day, Adam from the Comedy Store, and I might be giving away too much. He books it. He's the Esty of the Comedy Store. I'll give you his number if you want it.
Please.
Talking to the audience. And, so I text him like a week ago, and he goes, I go, hey, I'm coming out to do L.A. I'm running a Fallon. Would you mind if I ran it in L.A. at the Comedy Store? He goes, sure, I'll set you up with some hot shows, blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of waiting for his text. It's Tuesday now. His text comes in. I'm all excited. Adam from the Comedy Store. It says, hey, buddy, got you a hot 5 minutes to run your Fallon in the belly room. So I go, belly room? That's the shit room of the Comedy Store. It's like the amateur room that fits like 8 people. And I was like, what the hell? And you start having that, and I know you've had this, you start having that wave of like, does he not respect me? What the hell do I got to do? I got a special coming out. I got a Fallon coming up. You can't give me the original room? You can't give me that? What the hell? What do I got to do to deserve this? Then you start looking at the lineups. You're like, this guy's on, and I'm not on. What the hell?
Why are you going to put this on me?
Well, I'm saying you've had that
you've
feeling.
Done this. I hate every guy in the lineup. Come on.
No.
You're making me look terrible over here.
The feeling of being disrespected.
I see. I've had that feeling, certainly.
Yeah, I'm not saying you hate everybody. I'm saying you know what it's like to go, what the fuck?
You're like, I learned this from you. You go through the lineup, you say you hate everybody. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just
this
saying,
is your story.
You know what it feels like to be chumped.
Yeah, I felt chumped.
You've been chumped your whole life?
I felt chumped before. By the way, I'd kill to do my set at the belly room tomorrow. If you're listening.
I was happy for the set, but he kind of made it sound like, hey, I'm going to hook you up, baby doll. Looking good. All right.
I hear you.
So now I'm kind of like, God damn, what the hell? Yeah, I got the set at the Comedy Store, belly room. Like, what more do I need to do? I got an hour, So I get to I thought about texting him. A whole day I was like, maybe I'll text him like, hey, I'd love to, because you get the main room, which is like 300 seats. Then you got the OR, the original room, which is probably like 100 seats, but it's a cool room.
Yes.
That's where Letterman started and all these guys, Robin Williams. And so I was like, God, I can't get the OR. And I remember I was about to text him, like, what do I have to do to get in the OR? Like, passive-aggressive, but try to make a joke. But I just kind of wrestled with it all day, like, God damn, what do I got to do? I let it go. I get to the belly room. It's like a total amateur show. It's like this lady with an accent running it. She's got her tits out. She's like, okay, you will go on first, do 5 min. Then I'll have him. And it's all these, like, super green comics who brought... It's basically a bringer.
Right.
So that's always a bummer. So I'm like, why am I going first? I'm the only one here with credits, but she's squeezing me on as a favor. So she's already like, I don't want you here. So if I complain about going first, it's a problem. So the host comes up and he goes, all right, you're up first. I go, yeah, I know. And he goes, you're supposed to be second, but the first guy didn't show up yet. So now I'm going first because this guy's late, which is a bummer. And I'm sure it was a nice, clever move. But hey, so the host goes, I'm going to go up and just say hi and then bring you up. I'm like, no, do time. Do a minute, because they're still coming in. They're ordering drinks. It's like a shit show in there. So he's like, I'm just going to bring you up. And I go, no, do time. He's like, wait, look, we're pressed for time. They make me do time at the end. I'm like, well, if you're going to do time at the end, just do it a little in the front. And he's like, I can't do both. So I was like, fuck. So he literally goes up and goes, hey, everybody, thanks for coming. They're all sitting down. They're ordering drinks super loud. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming. Your first comic, Mark Norman.
Oh,
so I just walk up, and they're literally like putting their coats on the rack and sitting down and checking their phones. And I just go into my Conan set, and I'm getting zilch, bombing. finally, they never like me, so I just do my cone and just keep going. And I go, this is great. Thanks for having me. And I kind of have like a pissy set thing where I go, hey, thanks. This is great. Thanks for warming them up. Jeez, this was a real waste of time. Thanks a lot. And that's kind of working.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, at least he's being a human being now, not just reciting some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucked. And so now I'm pissed because I didn't get any good spots. And that show sucked.
Yeah.
So I walk out of there, and I know a guy at the Comedy Store. He's a door guy, and he goes, hey, have a beer with me. I go, all right. And I'm having a beer at the bar in the kitchen, which is kind of cool. You're in the kitchen of the Comedy Store. The waiters are running around. I'm watching all the people come in, and I look next to me. There's a lineup on the wall, and it says The Main Room, Adam Ray and Friends. And I was like, oh, I wonder who's on that. Oh, cool, Dana Carvey. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. You know, this guy, that guy, Damon Wayans Jr., hey, Dana Gould, all these fun people. And then my name's on it.
What?
I was fourth on the list. Turns out he had me on The Main Room the whole time. I had no idea.
He never told you?
I don't think he ever confirmed it with me. But I was about to, you see what I'm saying? I was about to yell at this guy and chew him out about getting this one weird spot. Turns out he threw me on the best show of the whole night.
And you only noticed because you had a drink with the other guy.
I only noticed because I had a drink. I was literally leaning against the wall. Next to the wall is a paper lineup with my name on it.
Wow.
Crazy.
Boy, that's kismet.
Kismet, baby. And I was on in like 12 minutes. I was like, oh, shit. So I'd never been to the main room. I'd never even been in there, really.
Right.
So I go in. The main room's filling up, jam-packed, 8:30 show. And I go backstage, which I didn't know there was a backstage. The Comedy Store never ends. It's just this
it's huge.
room after room after room. It's huge.
Haunted used to be a mob hang, Nero's, and the people were fucking assassinated in there.
Yeah, I think it was Ciro's.
Ciro's.
Yeah.
Executed in there.
That's right. Yeah, big hang.
Yeah,
So,
there
you
was
know-
a big, what's his toes? Gleason.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he hung in there.
Ah.
Hung himself in there.
No.
Well, whatever.
All right.
Strong rope.
Yes, fat man.
Little coat.
Never memorized.
Yeah, I didn't like to rehearse.
Never rehearsed. That's it. So
Yeah, Gleason never rehearsed.
some lady comes and finds. She's like, "Are you Mark Norman?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." She goes, "All right, come on back." I go in the back there. There's signatures all over the walls. There's so much history. You can tell just a ton of blow and anal have gone on back there. And I get to the back room. It's Adam Ray, who's the nicest guy in the world, funny guy. Dana Carvey sitting there. Dana's like, hey, what's up? I'm Dana. And I go, hey. And we start talking about the Tonight Show. He's like, you're going to kill. They're going to love you. He's like the sweetest guy. He's very positive.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I told him I open for Louis. He's like, what kind of jet's he using? It was really funny.
He's 60, I think.
Is he?
I think his special's called 60 or 60
I think you're
years
right.
old, something.
Well, he looks fantastic.
Wow.
Full head of hair.
L.A.,
nice.
I think they're all jamming the shit in their face.
You might be right.
You know, regular people are doing Botox now? Mm-hmm. It's just people that we know are just Botox.
I know 25-year-old girls who are Botox.
It's so bizarre to
It's
me.
wacky.
But they're just jamming shit in their face.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
So I do my set, and they're hot. I do the same set I did up there. The Fountain set kills. I'm excited. I'm like, oh, this feels good. I'm talking to Dana Carvey. We all got a photo together. I put it on Instagram. It was great. We're hanging out backstage. And I had that thing with a few LA comics where they were like, hey, who's this guy? And then I had a good set, and they were like, hey, nice to meet you. Good to have you. That whole thing. But whatever. And
we do that too.
Yeah, we do it. And so, Comedy Store was great. I got to live the magic of the Comedy Store. I put an Instagram photo of a guy who was on before me, and it's beauty. You can see the whole room. I'm behind him. And so I'm elated. I'm having a great night. My night went from weird shit to great night. And I look at my phone. It's the photographer. He's going, where the hell are you? I was like, oh, yeah. I was supposed to be there like an hour ago.
Oh,
I had gotten
Jesus.
lost in the magic.
You're Axl Rose.
I'm Rosen. So I just
Different
go,
guy.
So shit, I jump my car. I go out to Culver City. We shoot this thing in a garage. And it's just like 4 lights set up, this guy's garage in the back of his house. And he's like, I got this idea. And this is where it got weird. He goes, I got this idea. The special's called Don't Be Yourself.
Uh-huh.
So what if we have you reading a book that says yourself with a line through it? And I was kind of like, I don't know if that's really for me. And it's not really my cup of jizz. But I was late. It's fucking 10 at night. This guy doesn't want to be there. I felt guilty. It was rushed. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we take a bunch of shots. We go in his little edit studio. We're editing it on the fly right there. I'm holding the book, and the whole time I hate it. I hate it the whole time. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, this is going to be your album forever. This is the key art. This is it. This is going to be on billboards. This is going to be on your fucking computer for the rest of your life. You're going to hang this picture up on your wall.
The
Are you
Doug Key
kidding?
art.
Yes. So I'm just sitting there going, it was like, I felt like I was at a wedding and I was looking at my disgusting fat wife going, this is it? You're gonna say yes? You're gonna say I do? Pull out, man, pull out.
Yeah.
So we're editing for hours. Editing this Photoshop takes hours and hours. So I'm just sitting there with this guy. I'm just going, and I go, you know what? Everything ran through my head. Therapy, my childhood, bedwetting. I go, you know what? I hate it. And he goes, what? And I go, I hate it. He goes, we've been doing this for 5 hours. I go, I hate it. It's 2 a.m. now.
Jesus.
And I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. I hate it. He goes, well, it's due tomorrow. What do you want me to do? Because in his mind, he's like, this is a gig. I don't know really what to do. This guy agreed to this.
That's the problem. They just assign a guy.
They just assign a guy. So I go, I can't do it. He goes, well, what do you want to do? I mean, and it's one of those things where I knew I hated this, but I had no options. I had no other ideas. So I was like, what if we just go to a diner and just get a shot of me at a diner? That's all I want. Just some cool lighting. I don't really care. I don't need to look handsome or gay. Just get a cool shot. I'm reading a book that says yourself with a line through it. I can't handle it.
It's so literal. They take very literal.
Yes.
I had mine that said, are you mad at me? And it had a guy, I was supposed to be stepping in gum, looking at it like, whoops.
Oh, come
and
on.
It's just too literal.
It's too much. So, and the guy goes, all right. You know, he's super fed up with me. He just did Photoshop for 5 hours. And he's just like, well, Google what diners are open. I was like, okay. I'm trying to be like super helpful. Yeah, you got it. All right. So I'm Googling diners. And I go, the only one I can find open, these diners are closed in L.A. And I go, the only one I can find open is Fred 62 in Los Feliz, which is like 40-minute drive. And he's like, ugh. And this guy hates me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. You know, I just can't do the book. I can't do it, which is big of me, or big for me, because I was never that guy. I would have just sucked it up and lived with this forever, like an Irishman and his wife.
Right.
So I just go, all right, let's go. And he goes, all right, well, you got to drive me there and then Uber me back. I'm not driving back. And I go, all right, whatever, I'll do it. We go to this diner, cool-looking diner, snap a bunch of photos. I get fries for the table. I get a milkshake. I get a cup of soup. We're eating. It's 4 a.m. Those kinds of weirdos are coming in. We snap a few photos. About an hour in, he looks at the camera and goes, this one's pretty cool. And I look at it and I go, that's the photo. That's it. That's it. We got it. I couldn't believe it.
That's all you needed.
We nailed it. And I go, here you go, buddy. Here's your Uber. Aren't you glad we didn't? He was we had this like boot camp moment of like, we got through this. You were pissed at me. You said no. I hated you. We got through it, and we made it work. And he was happy. I was happy. I sent him off off to the sunlight.
So now, where does this photo play?
This
the photo you showed me is not that photo.
That's new. That photo was moot.
What do you mean?
Comedy Central didn't like the one I showed you.
No, the one you just showed me one on a billboard.
Oh, that's a billboard photo. That's not key art. That's billboard.
I gotcha.
Billboard has to be different because it's so big.
Ah.
So you can't throw just a random album on a billboard because it'll stretch out and shit.
So where does the key art go?
That's what you see on iTunes.
Oh, on the album itself.
It's basically the cover.
I'm thinking of the special.
Nah, that's all special.
I gotcha. So we haven't seen this yet.
No, this is actually in Times Square right now. It's up on the big mega screen.
Oh, the mega screen.
Yeah,
that's different than a billboard.
Different than the billboard, mega screen.
Oh, wow.
So I gotta go to Times Square tonight just to try to find it. But so now it's like 4 a.m. We just knocked this out, and I'm on fumes here, and I'm going. I gotta go back to this guy's house. There's gonna be no parking. So I go back to this guy's house. I'm on no sleep, and I got an 8 a.m. meeting the next day. It was brutal. So I fucking drive around looking for spots. The only spots I see are, hey, Wednesday street cleaning. The next day is Wednesday. So I'm like, fuck. So I go, I just got to do it. I just got to park here, move my car in the morning. So I park there. I don't fall asleep till 5. The street cleaning is at 7. So I get up at 6:50. I'm so tired. I move the car. And I go back to bed. I can't go back to bed. I got to get up at 9 anyway. Oh, God. So then the next day is just a full day of pitching again. I don't want to bore you here. But, yeah. So the next day was hell. I'm pushing it here. I'm really on nothing. No sleep. We got the picture. Next day, do 2 shows. Got drinks with these friends. That's the thing I got to start doing. Went the whole day of pitching, podcasting. I'm on no sleep. Shower without a towel. I go do 2 shows that night. My flight is at 5 a.m. to Hartford, Connecticut. And I still go out drinking.
L.A. to Hartford.
Yeah, not pretty. A hell of a layover in Chicago.
That is the opposite of showbiz.
Yes.
Hartford.
So I go out drinking with these idiots because I can't say no. I don't get any. I pull an all-nighter.
Oh.
Go straight to the airport to drop my car off at 4. Get to the airport for 5. And then I just gotta wait. I get on that United flight and just passed the fuck out. I took a bunch of sleeping pills, and that was a long fucking flight.
Probably not direct, I imagine.
No, Chicago. And then
Oof.
Chicago to Hartford. So
Yikes.
the fun thing is, I remember driving, I'm like pretty drunk, driving to the airport, and I look over in a cab to the airport, and it's Greg Proops.
Oh, no kidding.
Because we were just, it's two comedians, ships of the night.
He's in the cab also.
He's in the cab next to me.
Next
I'm in
to
my
you.
car.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm in my rental. Yeah.
Greg Proops, we're tied to Greg Proops, that one story we had. Remember, he bailed in that show in Times Square that we went to.
Oh, that's right.
Those ladies came and recruited us.
One of the best stories ever, I think.
I think you might have made love to one of them.
I think I did.
She was something.
Yeah, she was some. I'm still following her on Insta.
Wow. Throw me that at, if you don't mind. I wouldn't mind scrolling through there.
You got it,
There
Fatty.
was some good times.
Now I got more, but you go. I'm hogging it.
Oh,
I
no.
took a half a pizza here.
Half a block. Well, how about this? You know these guys with the crazy legs, the silly legs?
Now.
They're missing...
Pirates?
No, they're missing their legs. They got the
Clowns?
silly legs put on.
Oh, the prosthetic.
Yes, but they look... I mean, I feel bad for the folks, but they look a tad silly.
Well, I fucked a few of those, too.
Yeah, well, she only had one, right?
Peg.
I still like that girl.
Nice gal.
I'm sad
Bad
about her.
stance.
Bad what?
Stance.
Political?
Yes, and physical.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like on abortion or something.
Oh, no. Well, she can't have kids.
I thought she was a pro-lifer. No, they can. So we get on the train, and I alluded to Patriots Day last week, but Canner and I were taking the train back, the Amtrak. I'm sad about the day that I'm going to go back to buses.
Wait. This is Boston?
Boston to New York to Boston, D.C., wherever I'm going. I like to take an Amtrak.
Yeah, I love
Eventually, I'm going to run out of money and have to take a bus, and it's going to be a sad day.
No, I think you're going up in the world.
I hope so.
You're going right to plain jet.
We'll see. I don't know about a jet, but
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm not quite as ambitious as some.
True.
But so anyways, we get on the Amtrak, and we're taking it out of Route 1. There's South Station in Boston. Then
Yes.
there's Route 128 in Dedham. Dedham.
Yikes, I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like a Jewish dish.
It's a little nerve-wracking. So my
Uh-huh.
sister gives us a ride. She's sweet as pie. Boy, did we have fun. Good,
Nice lady. Linda, is it?
good sis.
Steph!
She gives us a ride, drops us off. We get on the train station. Now, the difference between Boston and Dedham is tough because in Boston, you're the beginning of the line. So everyone lines up. You can get early in the line, get yourself a nice seat.
Okay.
But Dedham now, everyone in South Station already got on. So the train is packed.
You're coming on the late show.
We're coming on late. So we get on, we got our suitcases and our business, and it's packed down here. And they go, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a car, the front of the train has some space.
There you
Has
go.
limited space. But we're on the very back.
So you got a haul.
Last car. So we got to walk on a moving train,
Uh-huh.
8 car lengths, and who's in the front leading the charade but old Silly Legs?
Oh, no!
I got a 8-year-old Silly Legged fella.
I got Captain Dan at the front hull.
Lieutenant.
That's what I meant.
What did he
Shit.
get promoted?
Yeah.
So he's doing and I feel bad for the people. I'm not laughing at a handicap, and I feel bad, and it's tough, but you want to just go, would you mind stepping aside and letting us go? Because I could walk 800 times the amount of speeds that you're walking.
Sure.
Because he's all, wobbly and wooky, you
Yeah,
know?
it's moving.
And he's got a suitcase, and his wife is behind him, and she's like, go, Harold, go. And,
Oh,
and
God.
every seat, they keep stopping me, like, is this a seat? And his metal buckles. It's a whole thing.
Oh, God, it's like a one long sobriety test.
It was real wackadoo, and it was no joke, about 25 minutes.
No.
And everyone's, maybe 25 minutes is an exaggeration. Realistically, probably more like 9 minutes.
Does he have the brace things on his arms?
No, he's carrying a suitcase.
Wow, good
So
for
he's
him.
got like one arm up, and then the whole thing's a rattling and shaking because it's a train.
Oh, my God, he's like Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, but he's got super legs.
Yeah, he's
and
Airblade.
he's young. This is like, my great-grandfather.
Yeah, wow.
So anyways, we're stuck behind him, and finally we get up there, and there's 2 open handicap seats,
Oh, that's for Jimmy Legs.
and he walks right by him.
What? What does
And
he
I'm
think
like,
he is?
and I was like, wait a minute, you got to take these seats here.
Yes, that's for you.
Fortunately, the conductor saw him. He's like, you got to sit over here, there, Scoopy
Oh,
Legs.
Good.
So he shoved him in the seat, folded him up, stuck him in there, and then Canner and I have 2 separate seats. He's sitting with one guy, and it's funny. I said this. I go, I get lucky with this. I always sit next, because I'll randomly sit next to, I like the outside because I urinate a lot.
Yes.
I got a big old bladder, or a
Small
small
bladder.
bladder, a big prostate.
Yeah, big problem.
So
Little China.
I go, I get lucky with this. This guy will be getting off, I promise. So I sit down, and as soon as I sit down, the conductor comes over to me and goes, this guy is getting off in New Haven, or Providence, if you want to let your friend get in. So I go, great. So we're only separated for 10 minutes.
Great.
Now I'm on the train. Now there's a row behind me. Then Cantor's behind that row. Mm-hmm. And it's an old Philadelphia, pardon the slang, she's of the Jewish persuasion.
Hebe?
Yes.
Yenta?
So she's playing, she fires up her video game, the poker, with the sound on. And I know I'm always kvetching myself,
God.
and I'm just a big cunt. I get it. Fuck off.
No, I don't like this poker twat.
But it's this, the sound effects on, full volume. So it goes like this.
Right.
Out loud, packed train.
Why do you need the effects?
You don't need the effects, you dumb fucking Jew cunt.
Yeah.
You don't need them. So I give a look. You know what I mean? You do the little peek over.
Uh-huh.
The look. Now, her husband, who's probably been married to this woman since 1941, he goes, I think that might be a little loud.
Oh, all right.
I like the husband.
Yeah, Schindler.
Good husband. So he says he wasn't Jewish.
Ah.
He was German.
Yes. Well, you know what would be a little more quiet, lady? Get a dreidel. No sound.
Or get on the, I'd like to put her on a different train, if you know what I'm saying. The quiet car is what I'm saying.
Ah, the Krakow.
So she says, that's what she says. He goes, I think that might be a little loud. And she goes, ask me if I care.
Oh!
Ask me if I care.
Wow.
And between you and me, I don't think she wants him to ask.
No.
I think she wants to imply that she doesn't care.
Wow, so she's got some problems.
So then she says this, and he goes, well, I think that guy's upset. I hear him say, I think that guy's upset. And she goes, well, he can get over it. He's going to be dead a long time.
Whoa.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm like, I want to punch this woman in her wig.
I hate her.
I hated this woman.
Geez, she's not chosen. She's chosen to get a bruising.
So now I'm fuming. Cantor texts me, he goes, how about this video game sound? And so he's pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. And then I look behind, diagonal to this woman over here, beautiful gal with a little baby, glasses, very pretty gal. Mm-hmm. This woman, I would like to eat her pussy until Christmas.
The baby?
She leans over and goes, no, the woman.
Oh, sorry.
So she leans over and goes, pardon me, ma'am. I love this lady. Listen to this.
I can't wait.
She goes,
can't wait.
Pardon me, ma'am. Would you mind putting that on, turning the sound effects off your video game? If you can't find it, I can help you.
Ooh.
Which is great because she makes her feel old and shitty.
Wow.
And the lady goes, excuse me, am I on the quiet car? She yells, am I on the quiet car?
Who is
this isn't the quiet
skanky
car.
Queen of Dick.
But she did turn it off. She was just saying it to her husband loud enough. But I love it because, no, you're not in the quiet car, but you are existing in a goddamn society.
Yes, there's other people around you. Witch!
Yes, you're not on the quiet car means no sound. The regular car means you don't play a video game sound, and you can still play poker without the.
Yes.
What are you, 6 years old, you fucking fat cunt?
I know. Get a life, you Jewish skank.
This poor husband's probably been dealing with this again since before King was shot.
Well, what's this guy's deal? Get some nuts together, you fucking kike.
I know, but they're scary. She probably, hits him with the dreidel or whatever.
I don't know. I guess she hits him with a big rolling pin of the gefilte fish.
I didn't like it, but this dead a long time. I don't even know what that means. He'll be dead a long time. You'll be dead a long time. You'll be dead soon if you don't fucking knock it off.
What a wacko. Man, she's got some problems. She
We all
deserves to
hated
die.
her. Yeah, we didn't care for her.
Good Lord. If your group is hated, you think you want to chip her up a bit.
I agree.
There's a whole word just for hating your people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyways, then we talked about St. Louis as well, and I want to talk about this. Have you ever been to the St. Louis Zoo?
I've never been to the city.
You never been to St. Louis?
I'd like to go.
No, well, you got to get over there. The Funny Bone's great. You'll probably work the Helium, though. I think he likes to work all the things.
Uh-huh.
But the Westport Funny Bone's a hell of a club.
All right, I'm down.
Really enjoy it. It's a fun city. It's a little dangerous, of course. I kept doing this joke on stage. Everywhere you go, they warn you about every direction. They go, don't go to East St. Louis. It's the scariest place on earth.
Right.
And then people go, well, just as long as you stay out of North St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And then one guy goes, hey, South St. Louis. And I go, well, maybe I shouldn't be in St. Louis if every direction is so terrifying.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess you can go west. But anyways, we go to the St. Louis Zoo. We had a hell of a day. So I like to plan a day on the road.
Yes.
Especially those first 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday. You only have one show, and there's no radio over there. Or at least I thought there wasn't. But anyway, so it's nice. So we get up We get up early. We work out. Then we hit a meeting. We go to this beautiful church. And then we
Yeah.
go straight to the zoo. And it's free.
Whoa.
Free zoo. Parking's $188, but what can you do?
That's how they get you.
It is. So I'm just doing bits that I did on stage, but they work there. So anyways, we go to the zoo, free zoo. I haven't been to the zoo since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Because it's, what am I doing at the zoo?
Sure.
But when you get time to kill and everyone says the zoo's great and it's free, unbelievable. We saw a polar bear.
Whoa.
And in the heat, it's like 80 degrees. I guess polar bears can just live in there.
They can hang.
And they dumped a bucket of ice out, literally like just a bunch of ice cubes. Like they were like, I think these fine. They put a Coke in it, and they were like, sent down there on this day.
It's like when you capture a beetle, they throw one leaf in the jar.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
You captured a cockroach.
That's right.
Did you put a leaf in?
No, I threw it away.
All right, Leaf Garrett. So anyways, we went and saw the polar bear. Then, you can check my Instagram if you don't believe me. I saw a kangaroo sucking his own dick.
Whoa. I'll hop to that.
Really licking his balls and sucking his dick and looking right at the camera.
Wow. A dickaroo.
He was my, I gotta tell you, he's my hero because he had a bunch of lady kangaroos with little baby joeys bouncing around.
Yeah, yeah.
And he wasn't doing anything. He was like, you can raise though, I'm sucking my dick over here.
Whoa. Yeah. If you're not going to do it, I'll do it.
Pretty cool. And we saw a snow leopard.
Oh, like the software.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, on Apple, they got Snow Leopard.
Really?
It's a Apple update.
Huh.
Yeah, they go, what are you still on Snow Leopard? You got to get on Mountain Lion.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh boy, my manager's calling me. That's
My manager's
nerve-wracking.
called me too. Hey, we're both out of the business.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Probably about that strike. Maybe they settled it.
Oh, maybe it's on.
Oh, jeez. You get a voicemail? Maybe listen to the voicemail.
Well, we'll do it now. We got a few minutes. Keep moving.
I know, but I get so anxious.
Uh-oh.
Last time this happened, fucking someone was dead.
Oh, God. Give me a call when you can. Time sensitive. She texted.
I thought your manager was a guy.
That's my agent. Sorry.
Oh, geez. Well, that might be about the show.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Should you call? Do you want me to call and I'll stall? You
Better-
call, I'll stall.
Better call Stall.
Paul Small.
Shit.
Time sensitive. I mean, we got 19 minutes to go here. You might have to call. Just say, hey, I'm recording right now.
Can we pause?
We'll pause.
All right.
Like a snow leopard pause. So anyway, we're back, by the way.
Call was all right.
Yeah.
Nobody's pregnant. Nobody's gay.
George is dead. Call me back. So anyways, we went to the zoo, and I never go to the zoo, but animals are fun.
I love an animal. They're fun in cages. You don't want to hang out with one.
But I always get nervous that they're caging them, and it's abuse, or yada yada, but I think they do research, and they take care of them, or whatever the fuck it is.
You hope, but I went to the Bronx Zoo once, and those elephants they were like winking at me, like, get me the fuck out of here.
Well, it's just so cool to see them in person. The giraffe with the long neck,
Unbelievable.
and they're eating the bark, and they're really quite majestic, and you get meditative in there, like God's green earth, and
Yes.
these crazy creatures, and a snow leopard, and these are real animals, and then you just think about how lucky we are to not have lions walking around eating our feet and all
Crazy
that stuff.
that at one point we did.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
We've mastered the beast.
Yes, we have. I master beast every morning. Mm-hmm. And we got super lucky. I put a cool video of the polar bear. He's like breaking this big log,
Yeah.
And he breaks it, and he walked right at us. The polar bear is the most spectacular thing I've ever seen. He had paws the size of my asshole.
This guy sounds bipolar.
He was huge, and the claws and the rah. And then
Yes.
we saw a gorilla swing on a rope.
Whoa!
He grabbed the rope. They really do it. They swing, and
Yes.
they're our closest relatives, these gorillas.
1% off.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. We saw some orangutan. Those monkeys, they really are adorable.
Oh, they're the best. I mean, what is this, your first zoo experience?
I haven't been to the zoo literally since 1988.
Wow. I've been in a few zoos this year.
It's exciting. Steve Zuzu.
Yeah. What's that? The water champ? No, he's the,
Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic. That's
a fun one. It's not as great. Once Owen Wilson stopped writing, the movies weren't as good.
Yeah, but I think that one's the prettiest.
It's pretty. I mean, Rushmore's beautiful.
Rushmore's
not
beautiful. but
Royal
this,
Tenenbaums.
This is, the boat, the Aqua Life, and all that's a good time.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But anyways, we saw this crazy monkey situation. There was some silly-looking monkey. He was black and bright white with a long tail. It looked like a feathery duster thing.
Interesting.
And they had like a tribe meeting. They all started jumping up and down like, "Burr, burr, 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 burr." and there was a little baby, and at one point he picked the baby up like fucking
Simba.
Sabina.
And he flipped him upside down, tucked him in like a football, and started pointing at his asshole.
Whoa.
In front of everyone. They were all like, it wasn't me. I think somebody fucked the baby ass.
They raped the baby.
They had like a little rape trial or something.
Whoa.
Somebody did something, but he definitely held him upside down and was like, who's done it? Who did it? And they were all like, ah. And then there was one like all shameful in the corner hiding behind a box. And he was like looking up, and I'm pretty sure I'm like, this is the guilty party, Your Honor.
Hide behind it. That's a big pussy.
It was pretty wild.
Wow.
It was a real situation. I felt so grateful that we were there, and Sarah and I were the only ones there at the moment. I was like, somebody should be in here.
Yeah, that should be a World Star video.
I think one of the keepers should have come in because this was a real anal trial.
Yeah. Anal trial. It's great porn.
It was something else, but I don't know what happened. I never got to the bottom of it, pun intended. But I hope that little baby's ass is okay. And the other ass raper, I hope he, serves time, but gets to live.
It's hard not to rape an ass because they're beat red.
Yeah, anything beat red is asking for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, boy. You can't beat red.
No, you can't beat a woman.
He's a great guy. Just like a woman. Anyways, that's pretty much what I had. But,
I got plenty more.
All right, good. We got about 9 minutes left, and then I got to run to a set.
Well, I go fly to Hartford, Connecticut, doing the Funny Bone in Manchester, which is like a suburb of Connecticut, thanks to White Flight, I believe.
Yeah, Manchester, Connecticut.
It's Thursday night. I don't want to be in Connecticut. I've been on the road with Denver, then L.A., kicked my ass, and now I'm in Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm just like, God, what am I doing with my life? But, I can't take it out on them. The show must go on. Got to bring the heat. So I'm on stage, and I am not doing well. I know I say that a lot, but this crowd is not there to see me. These are papered room. They are fucking not having it. All my A stuff bombing, not going well, getting tee-hees. And this woman in the front row, there was a table in the front row of 3 people. A gigantic fat blonde woman with a mustache, a gigantic fat guy with a Yankees jacket on and glasses, kind of looked a little downsy. I don't want to say he was retarded, but he was off.
Downsy.
Downsy, yeah.
Loud and clear.
Then there was a girl in full jean jacket, jean shirt, jean pants.
Jeez, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, weird outfit, weird lady. And so I'm doing my set. She's front row, these people. And I'm doing like, so then I drove here. Yeah, you did. And then I got my phone call. You got that right. And then I got another beer. Hear that? I'm like, it's not mean, but it's fucking with me. So I go, hey, lady. I'm so tired. I'm sick of being clever. I just go, hey, lady, could you stop doing that? What are you doing? You're supposed to just sit here and listen, and you're throwing me off. And she was like, whoa, that whole thing. Whoa, hey, easy. All right, geez, Christ. And now I shut her down. I shut her up, and I just go, look, I'm just asking you, please. It's distracting and annoying and whatever. And she's like, oh, God. And then she does that thing where after I tell her that, they just check out. Mm-hmm. All they want to do was heckle and interact, but now when there's actually a comedy show without her yelling, she's not interested.
Yeah, exactly.
So now they're all on their phone, and they're like whispering to each other, like, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck this guy. This guy sucks. And now I'm fuming at these people, and they keep getting up and going to the bathroom like 8 times out of boredom, and I'm just, they're pissing me off. So now I know insecurity talking, and it's tired talking and cranky, but I just keep fucking with her. I go, oh yeah, now that I told you to shut up. Now you're not paying attention. Now you blah 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 blah. Now it's not about you, so you can't watch. You got no what's it like to have no consideration? Jesus, like what's it like? What kind of person are you? And I'm just doing this the whole night because I hated her. And this guy in the back goes, "Why don't you leave her alone? You made your point." And now I'm like, "Fuck you!" And I go up to this guy and I go, "Hey, she was heckling me. This is how I'm handling it. Deal with it. I'm the headliner. This is my show." What? She can shit on me, but I can't shit on her. And then this other guy goes, I think you're going too far. Now I got 3 people. Now I got her table against me, and these 2 old guys. These 2 old guys with white hair. So I go, what is this? The Silver Fox Brigade? I'm going off on these people. And this one guy goes, hey, look, buddy, I've seen you 3 times. I'm a fan, but you got to cool it with them. And I go, well, now I'm like thrown because I'm like, what? You're a fan, but you're yelling at me. And so I'm like, you don't know what it's like up here. And now it's funny as out. Now it's just serious. Now I'm like pleading with these people like, hey, buddy, you don't know what it's like. I'm alone up here. I haven't been home in 3. I'm just unloading on this guy. And he's like, you're a professional comedian. you should be able to handle it. And that's my all-time pet peeve.
That's like, I am handling it.
This is how I'm handling it. I'm yelling at you, I'm yelling at him, and I'm yelling at the table of retards. And I'm like, I'm handling it myself. And he goes, well, I guess you can't hack it. And I go, I'm hacking it. This is how I hack.
You're hacking.
Weird choice. I'm Buddy Hackett.
You're Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yes. So he goes, well, you know what? Fuck you.
Wow.
And I'm like, how did we get here? You're mad at me for going to that. You're a fan. You see me 3 times. And so when he said fuck you, I just saw red. I was like, fuck you, you old faggot. And I like went off with this guy. I'm like, I got nothing against gays, but he was like, he looked like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. He had like crazy frames and like a shiny shirt and all these tight jeans and like boat shoes. I was like, fuck you, you piece of shit. And he goes, fuck you. And he's standing up and he's doing like the old man, like, fuck you. You tell me to fuck you, I'll say fuck you. And we're going back and forth. And then the other guy starts chiming in who stepped in before, and I go, and fuck you too. And now this table of fat people get up and there's like, we're out of here. And they go, the fat guy walks up to the stage and does this, like 2 inches away from me, just shoots me the bird.
The finger.
Like throws it right on the stage. And I go, fuck you, you fat fuck, you nerd, you piece of shit, you virgin. He looked like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of guy. Like,
yeah.
He hadn't been outside in 3 years. He had like a scruffy beard.
You lose it, you freak.
I'm just going off on this guy. Like, and he had cherries in his Coke.
Cherries in his Coke.
And I go, what do you got, cherries in your Coke? Get a life, you fucking pussy, you bitch. And look, I'm not a violent guy. I'm not a confrontational guy in the least. But I was ready to kill this guy. I was like, I hope you come at me. I'm going to fucking knock your block off, you fucking dork. And he keeps like going off. And I said one thing. I can't remember what I said. I called him like a fat virgin. And he was already at the door and he runs back. Like,
what?
I hit a nerve. He runs back and I was like, bring it on. I was like doing like the come at me move with my fingers.
Oh,
and
wow.
he gets up to the stage and he takes his hat off and he goes, ah, and he waves it at me. That was his big
Waves
move.
at you. What is he, a football coach from the 60s?
Yeah, I know. He's kicking dirt. And I go, yeah, that's right, you fucking bitch. You got nothing. And then the old man gets up and he goes, I'm leaving too. And then his friend leaves. These 2 silver foxes leave.
Now, where
And
are the doormen?
There's nothing. There's a couple ladies. There's zero security.
Boy, that club.
There's 2 ladies who are like dressed in black. I don't know. That means something. So I go, fuck all of you. And this one woman gets up. She's like an old lady. She's clutching her bro. She goes, you went too far, sir. And I go, you know what? Fuck you too. Get out of here. I'm taking no prisoners. It's all mayhem. It's chaos. So everybody's leaving. People are walking up, getting out. People are like, well, where's my check? Fuck this club. And so they all leave. And eventually I go, look, everybody, let's get it together. This is not what comedy's supposed to be. I'm a good comedian. I'm a funny guy. They were heckling. I'm not going to handle it. I'm not going to sit here and just take it up the tailpipe. I'm sticking up for myself. I'm alone up here. And when I said, they all started applauding. I go, you don't know what it's like. And I go, who the hell was that guy? Because he goes, I brought 30 people to see you. And I go, you brought 30 people? My God. So I keep going like love and hate with this guy. Like, you're a fan 3 times, 30 people, but then you say, fuck you. So then I go, you guys are with him? I'm sorry, I had to yell at your friend, but he was being a douche. They go, we all hate him. We hate that guy. And I go, why do you go out with him? They go, we're in a meetup group. And I go,
What?
Jesus Christ. So the whole thing was crazy, and I just ended up like sitting on the stool, which I never do, and being like, look, this was crazy. I'm not this guy. They brought it out of me. I'm sorry. I hope you had a good time, even if it wasn't funny. We had a memorable moment, blah, blah. We're all involved, and we're all having fun. And I shook hands after, and it was great. A couple Tuesdays there. So it was a crazy night. I just was like, holy shit, I got a ride home to the club, or the hotel, and I was like, well, that was something. Then I had press the next day, and I'm doing like the Connecticut Live, like the morning show with Bob and Katie, and I sit down, and they're micing me, and I'm sitting on the couch in the fake living room, and the woman goes, so you can just talk about anything, just keep it clean. And I go, so I shouldn't say the N-word? Trying to be funny. And she, like, her face goes white. And I'm like, oh, shit, that was weird. So then, the cameras turn on, they go, action, and we start talking, and then we finish, we make some jokes, we plug the club, we finish, and she goes, okay, so you were live when you said that.
Oh.
And, or the audio was live or something, because they were showing, like, the logo, but you could still hear us.
Oh,
so I was
Jesus.
like, yeah, I won't say the N-word. And so she's like, yeah, that was bad. You can't come back or something. And I was like, oh, fuck, all right. I was trying to be funny and cute off camera.
Right.
But, so that was bad. And, yeah, so it was a rough weekend. Luckily, the lady came out to Hartford. We hung out. We took some edibles. And I had a 6 a.m. bus on Monday morning to get back to New York. And I went up to the feature. Chrissy Mayer, who did a good job, funny comic, great hang. And I go, I'm begging you, can I ride in a car? I was like, can I ride back with you, please? Can I ride back with you? And she was like, yeah, sure, of course. So I rode back with her. But here's the clinker. She lives in White Plains. So she's like, I'll give you a ride, but I'm getting out of White Plains. And I go, that's fine. I'll get home. I'll be able to sleep in my own bed. I'll get home at midnight on Sunday. No problem. And she's like, all right. So she drops me and the lady off at the White Plain train station. We had taken an edible because we were like nervous about the ride.
Oh boy!
So now we're high out of our mind at the White Plains train station at about midnight on Sunday night, just trying to get home. It was a long weekend. I've been fucking out of my home for years. I just want to get back to my apartment that I own. And we're on drugs. The White Plains train station is fucking terrifying. It's just full of riffraff and characters and weirdos, and we're high.
Right.
So I got to piss. So I go up to the White Plains bathroom in the train station, and I walk in, and right when I open the door, a maintenance man is there, like a janitor guy, and he goes, you can't come in here. And I go, why not? He goes, I'm cleaning it. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, all right, I'll let you pee. And I go pee, and he's watching me pee. And I'm high.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be able to do that.
It was hard. I was like, thank God I don't have stage fright. But I'm just peeing, like looking over my shoulder, like, what is this guy going to hit me? What's going on? So I'm just peeing with this guy watching, high. And then finally the train comes, and we get on, and these two fat chicks, I'm not going to just paint a picture, these two fat black chicks get on. They got a ton of groceries and like laundry detergent and shit, and they're super loud and, talking. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want anybody to talk to me. I'm high. But they kept looking at me, like, because they wanted to interact. They'd be like, yeah, we're going to New York, right? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to New York. Like, yeah, I can't wait. They were so excited about getting to New York. And then they look at me and they go, wait a minute. Does this train go to Marico or Mercerno or something, like, I don't know, some little town? And I go, I think it's going straight to Grand Central. And they go, motherfucker! They all start flipping out. And then the train conductor comes by to get the tickets, the ticket guy. And he goes, tickets. And she goes, is this going to Marico? And he goes, no, it's going to Grand Central. It says it right up there. I made an announcement. And she goes, well, what the fuck? I'm on the wrong train. I'm trying to go to Marico. And he's like, well, we don't go there. You're on the wrong train. She goes, you should have told me. And he's like, I made an announcement. And she goes, fuck you. What the fuck? Can you believe this shit? You should stop the train for her. Stop the train. He's like, I can't stop the train.
Stop the train?
Metro North. Yeah, she was crazy. Crazy cleavage, too. Like, huge fat lady with big tits out.
Fun.
And my gal's with me. She's knocked out. She's high. So I'm just watching this. And then the train conductor goes, I'm sorry, you're going to have to go to Grand Central and come back up. I don't know what to tell you. And she goes, motherfucker. And she looks right at me and she goes, he's a piece of shit. He's a dick. I hope he gets fired. He was mean to me because I'm black. And I'm like, huh? And she goes, white motherfucker. Always mean to me because I'm black. And I'm like, yeah, what? Huh? Yeah. It's a super awkward moment. And I'm high, so the whole thing's like exaggerated. And I was like, yeah. And then she walks to the bathroom. And I'm just sitting there like, what does that have to do with you being black? Like, the guy was a little curt, I'll give you that, but...
They're all curt. They're fucking conductors.
Yeah, he's the graveyard shift on the Metro North and wherever the hell.
It's not going as well as he had hoped.
Yes, and he was like a fat, ugly white guy, and and it's just weird. As a white guy, I'm sitting there going, I don't know if that was racial at all, but what can I do? I'm high. I don't want to get into it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah. And then she had a big bag of TGI Fridays, and she just starts going through the leftovers, just eating wings and jalapeno poppers. And I was like, this woman's crazy. Like, she's a crazy woman.
Yes.
And then we get out, and she kept being like, can you believe this shit? Can you believe that? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, crazy. And they get out, and I go, good luck. She goes, yeah, whatever. And I wake up the lady, and we jump in a cab and go home.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
But my God, that lady, it sounds like she's got to take a chill pill.
Yes, she ate a lot of wings on that train ride, I'll tell you that. You could tell she was like shame eating, like I fucked up, now I'm eating. And her friend was like, those aren't my wings, are you? And she's like, fuck you, I'm eating them. She was like the alpha.
Yes.
So that was it, but now I'm home back in New York City, and I can't wait to come to a town near you. Where are you going to be, Fatty?
Alpha American. All right, that was a stretch. Well, I got a big one, folks, coming up in Key West. That's right, the southernmost point in the continental United States. The venue is the Blue Room. That's right, the Blue Room at the Bottle Cap, 1128 Simonton Street, Key West. That is going to be Thursday, May 25th. Come out, May 25th, Key West. We're going to have fun. Make a road trip down, for God's sake.
Yes.
And this weekend, I'm at the Comedy Castle in Detroit. Next week, Joke Joint in St. Paul. Cap City, Austin. What a city. June 1st through the 3rd. And then Magooby's June 22nd to the 24th. And don't forget, we are coming all over each other's faces.
Yes.
At the Tempe Improv.
Woo, Phoenix,
Tempe.
Tempe.
August 24th to the 27th. Go Sun Devils. We'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
All right, great. I will be at the fucking Draft House. Watch my special, too, on the 12th. So that'll be this week, Friday, midnight. Then Arlington Draft House, Vegas, at the Crapshoot Comedy Festival, San Antonio, Laugh Out Loud. Then I'm in Boston, June 2nd, Funny Bone in Omaha. Hey, going out to Levittown, Governors, and Long Island. Salt Lake City, Utah, at Wise Guys, Funny Bone in Ohio, Liberty Township, and Syracuse Funny Bone. I need you to come out to that. Probably my least favorite comedy club in the country. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm keeping it real. And, yeah, we're going to do it, folks. Going to China, going to Ireland, going to Toronto this year, Albany, New York, going to the Royal, what's that one in Michigan, Royal Oak?
Royal Oaks.
Yeah, I'll be there after list. Zanies in October in Chicago. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Hit that Patreon. Patreon's got some fun new gizmos added on. You're going to get some videos. We're going to do an AMA if we haven't done it already. And, yeah, be nice to each other, blow each other's anals, and fuck a monkey in the ass if you can. And we'll see you all in hell. Praise Allah!
This has been a Stand Up Labs production, powered by digital media. Subscribe to new and archive episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, and find all of our shows at standuplabs.nyc.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Aha!